Hello everyone, it's Steamboy27. I'm pretty sure this isn't what you're expecting, but I think it's pretty important that we go over another game from the days of old. Now I'm sure you remember, I played through a game previously hosted on the LEGO website known as Spybot: The Nightfall Incident. Spybot: The Nightfall Incident was a game made to promotionalize Spybotics, little robot Lego, car things that you could drive around your own home. And they also came with a CD-ROM that you could play missions in a little game on your computer. I never explained why Spybot: The Nightfall Incident no longer was hosted on Lego. The reason for that should be fairly obvious. It's just that the product line was no longer profitable and they dropped it, and for some reason they felt obligated to also drop the game, as if there was a game on the LEGO website that featured a product that was no longer there, it wouldn't make very much sense. However, obviously we lost out on a really cool game that is thankfully still hosted on mirror websites such as jsgames.com, which is where I played it for the Let's Play. We're going to talk about another game that LEGO dropped off their website. Now, some of you may or may not know, but there was a very old TV show called Galidor, Defenders of the Outer Dimension. It featured this young cocky kid named Nicholas Bluetooth, who experienced dreams of another dimension all throughout his life. And one day, well, would you know, he somehow finds himself in the dimension he's been dreaming about this entire time. And that Nick is apparently some sort of prince of that dimension, and he's able to do something called a glitch. He's able to take the limbs of other beings and use them for his own purposes, I guess what you would say. Now, why is this important? It's important because, like every TV show back in the day, or even nowadays, I'm sure there's a bunch of toys nowadays that kids buy and stuff like that. I just don't follow it anymore because I'm no longer a kid. But back then, there was a Galidor toy line, like the one you see here. The gimmick with these little toys was that you could swap the limbs of these characters and mix and match and have, I don't know, roleplay. I mean, we still do, I suppose. But back then, we still had to use our imagination a considerable amount in order to have fun. Now, the ironic thing is that while Spybotics lost profitability because of how expensive they were and how uninteresting they were. Well, they weren't uninteresting. It's just that they were expensive and they were very hard to get. In Galidor's case, the toys lost out to LEGO's own other product. That's right. One of LEGO's products ruined the profitability of another product, and that product, you might have guessed it already, that product is Bionicle. Bionicle actually came out before the Galidor figurines, and they remained the superior good. I'm pretty sure you don't have to guess why Bionicle was more popular than, well, this thing. It's just straight up cooler. I can attest to that. I have a lot of Bionicles lying around from when I was a kid. So where does that take us? Well, like Spybotics, the original name. Like Spybotics, Galidor also had a game hosted on the LEGO website called Galidor Quest. And like Spybot: The Nightfall Incident, this is a really good game. It was one of the first games out there that used your LEGO club member account to save data on a server so that you could interact with other players. It wasn't super multiplayer intensive, but you were able to go into lobbies and see the characters other players created. And the game, which is an RPG, was surprisingly fleshed out. So where does that take us? Well, I'll explain it in the video why I felt necessary to play this game now, of all times. So, let's get right into it. It's time to play Galidor Quest, the Let's Play you probably did not expect from this channel. Then again, I play some pretty unusual games that you've probably never heard of, so maybe it is what you expected. Let's get right into it.